many other architects who have been in the game for a very long time, all they wanted to do was either fill in the horseshoe or put in flood control and alter the river in some significant way. And Robert Hutman, at the age of 26, said, no, we could do better. He came up with the idea for all of this, which I think is pretty cool. Now, if you look over here to our left-hand side, you're going to see some stairs. Follow these stairs up through the clearing, and you're going to see a building that looks like a church. See it? Building looks like a church. That building is a church. It is San Fernando Cathedral. It is the oldest cathedral in the United States, and it sits in Main Plaza, which is the oldest civic plaza in the United States. Now coming underneath, plug-gate number 3. Plug-gate 3 comes down like a guillotine, like a garage door, shutting off the river from the flood channel. Each of these gates weighs over 3 tons. This one takes about 15 minutes to lower, and one is on 2 wheels on 2 tracks. Now coming up on our left-hand side is the Texas Atlantic Cattle Steakhouse and the Drury Inn and Suites. This building was our city public services building during the flood in 1921. CPS, for us, is the electric company. That's where we go pay the electric bill. Whereas the building in 1921, they had generators in the basement. I want you to look between the first and second story windows of this building, the tall ones. You see where the alternating shield designs are up there? That was the height of the river during the flood of 1921. Right up there. Our city was completely underwater for 3 straight days. As you come out from underneath this bridge, I'd like you to start looking over here to our right-hand side. We're going to be looking at the Aztec Movie Theater. The Aztec opened up in 1926 as a silent movie house, featuring an original Wurlitzer organ. It had a Mayan Indian theme as its decor. As you pass by the theater, if you look to the top, you're going to see an Indian head up there. What's remarkable to me about this theater is that when they built it, they actually sent artisans, photographers, sculptors to southern Mexico to the border so that they could faithfully reproduce what they saw down there back here. And it remains that way today. Today it's a concert hall. But you can go in there and it still has the original architecture that they had in 1926. Now continuing on our right-hand side, this white building is the Mokara. It's a 5-star hotel on the Riverwalk. This building used to be the L. Frank Saddlery Company from 1901 to 1923. It was one of the largest makers of saddles and leather goods in the world. During World War I, they were the main suppliers to the Allied forces for leather goods and materials. Now the Mokara has the sister hotel, another 5-star hotel. It's over here to our left-hand side. This is La Mansion. La Mansion opened up as the St. Mary's School for Boys in 1853. Later on it became a college, kind of lost it. They moved in 1958. The building sat empty for a while, so the city decided they wanted to tear it down. Guess what they were going to put here? Parking lot. But 2 former law students actually ended up buying the building from the city and opening it as a hotel. And as luck would have it, my friends, they opened it in time for the World's Fair of 1968. Now, why was this lucky? Remember we talked about the Hilton and how they had to build this so fast because there wasn't a big hotel? Well, we received more people than we expected, and the hotel rooms were at a premium. These guys made a killing. So after the World's Fair, they decided to stay in the hotel business, and they've been on this place ever since. Now I'm going to show you all something really cool, but I need your help. I want you to look to the front left corner of the boat. You're going to see a sign that says Dick's. As you come out from underneath this bridge, I want you to look left and look up. This building is going to look like a 20-story freestanding wall. Look left, look up.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
My friends, that is the Nick's Hospital. It opened in 1930. It was the first full-service hospital in the United States. It was the first to have its own ambulance service, its own daycare, and its own pharmacy. The doctor's offices, the surgeons, the emergency room, everything was in one place. Ambulance service, pharmacy, daycare, everything. It was also the first hospital in the nation to be fully air conditioned, helping it to make great strides in medicine. Turned out air conditioning is a big thing for medicine.
Cool dog.
Now, many of you are fans of the comedian Carol Burnett. She was born in this hospital. For those of you who remember the Iran Contra affair, former Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North was born in that hospital. And for those of you who like country music, George Strait was not born in that hospital. But he does live in San Antonio on the north side. Now coming up on our left is Hyatt Regency Hotel. Hotel on our left-hand side is only 16 stories tall, opened up in 1981. It's not that tall for a modern building. But the reason for this, if this building were any taller, it would actually cast a full shadow on the Alamo at sunset. So instead, they just built it really wide. It takes up an entire city block. But if you ever get lost down here, my friends, this is my advice to you. If you ever get lost here in this area, and it's easy to do if you're new, remember the Hyatt Regency. Because if you walk underneath the Hyatt Regency through these double doors, or up on street level, one block over to the left, is the Alamo, the mall where we started, and the Visitor Information Center, which is right there by the mall in the Alamo. Now coming up on our right-hand side is the Casino Club building. The Casino Club opened up in 1927 as a social club for the German business community that was here. Many people don't realize this, but San Antonio was home to a very large German-speaking population. And at one point, German, not Spanish, was the #2 spoken language in the city of San Antonio. I'm glad the Germans came. They brought beer. They also invented flour tortillas. That's right, everybody thinks flour tortillas are Mexican. Nope. But corn tortillas, completely Mexican. Now currently we're coming through the River Square. It's the most densely populated area as far as restaurants go. Many of these restaurants offer riverboat dining experiences. If this is something that you're interested in, you go to our website at riosanantonio.com, click on restaurants or list of options. Now, if we look over here to our right-hand side, this restaurant on our right, it's called Boudreaux's. They actually offer a dinner community boat every night of the week where anybody can get on the boat, have a meal, and tour the river in style. You can take pictures, put them on your Facebook. You can tag us. We're right there. If you want to tweet us, we're also right there. You can tweet at us. When we tweet you, it'll be awesome for 3 seconds, and then life will continue. Now here to our right-hand side, up on the balcony, you're going to see the name R.H.H. Husband. This is where the architect of the Riverwalk, Robert Husband, put his offices in 1941 after the Riverwalk's initial completion. He put his offices here to show people that he had faith in the flood control system that he had designed. He also put his offices here to show that it was safe to open up a business down here on the river. But it wasn't until 1946 when Casa Rio to our right-hand side opened their doors. Casa Rio is the oldest restaurant on the Riverwalk. They were the first restaurant to offer riverside dining. They were also the first company to put boats on the water. The first boats that were out here, gondola boats. Now we're going to exit off the natural course of the river and start heading back to the area where we came from. Now where we started, we call it the Man of Faith. It was dubbed for the World's Fair of 1968. It was a way to get people back and forth from the natural river here. The hotels and restaurants are located at Seminary Park where the World's Fair is being held. Now the World's Fair put San Antonio on the map for the century. Here in Level Star City, and we're enchanted by the river. Some of so that we have nothing but that. Thanks to them and people like yourself, you made San Antonio Riverwalk the #2 tourist destination in all of Texas. #1 is the Alamo, right across the street. But did you all know that there are other Riverwalks around the world? When people came here for the World's Fair of 1968, they were like, oh, this is awesome. This should be a thing. You see, we never really pushed this Riverwalk after we did it, because it actually didn't even have a name back then. So it's kind of hard to go, oh, welcome to our beautiful flood control project. Come check it out. Not your best foot forward. When people came here for the World's Fair itself for the first time, they said, no, awesome, this should be a thing. So because of this thing that Robert Hubby came up with, there are now Riverwalk type situations in Korea, Japan, several in Europe. They're building one in Canada right now. They have one in Mexico, in Monterrey, the Paseo Santa Lucia. We even have several in the United States, and one is even in our own backyard in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. Great town. First they tried to copy our Spurs, now they want to copy our River. Imitation, the sincerest form of flattery. Go, Spurs, go. Now, as you come around the corner, we're going to see what everyone saw when they first came here for the World's Fair. As we make this turn, please look to the right of these hotels. Three buildings, look to the far right corner of our boat and up. You're going to see a circular tower. It is called the Tower of the Americas. The Tower of the Americas opened up as a centerpiece of the 1968 World's Fair. It has a rotating restaurant on top as well as an observation deck where you can see all of metropolitan San Antonio. The 750 feet, it is the second tallest freestanding tower in the United States. The tallest one is the Stratosphere in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is over 1,100 feet tall. Now, many times I am asked about the Seattle Space Needle in relation to the Tower of the Americas. And the Seattle Space Needle is shorter. And it's shorter because it is older. You see, many people don't know this or don't remember or never learned. That Seattle actually had a World's Fair. That's when they built the Seattle Space Needle. So, when we had our World's Fair, we were looking around the world to see what everybody else was doing. We really liked the idea of having a tower looking over everything. So we built one. What's amusing to me is that because everything has to be bigger in the state of Texas, we built ours almost exactly to the inch. We built our tower